Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
His owner's coming up towards the top side of the map to see whether he can punish his former top laner. See whether it's going to work out here as Doran looking for some harpoons. He just flashes on him. There's the boot back, and Zeus knows that he is 100% dead. First blood going over to Owner is exactly what T1 want with this composition.
Very straightforward. Gank here. This shouldn't be a surprising timing. I wonder
nice
if...
that's a nice knock-up as well. Faker is really dead, guys. Permafrost is a thing, and Zeka also just going to come on over. Peanut presses no buttons, but just supports his mid lane.
Actually, cute little time. So what you're saying is sustaining the losing is offset by how good it feels to break the streak?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
That's what I think. I think the upsides outweigh the downs. Okay, speaking of downs, Faker is taking a bit of damage here, but Peanut not able to find too much. Doesn't have level 6. His carrier is making his way in. Immediate flash out from this Sejuani, and Peanut's in so much trouble. Doran's going to cook him. That equalizer, so incredibly proactive and gorgeously well. What the line was.
Well, I'm a guy that loves to see lines everywhere, even when they might not necessarily be there.
I think the line that we had was, it wasn't very good. That was the line. As Zeus is going to walk down the line himself, and immediately he's harpooned, realizing that he's going to have to try and turn this one. Owner coming down, and Doran is just going to leave it for him. Let's see whether Zeus can get any magic done. And he's trying to avoid some of the daggers here. Does do so, goes to the skies, and then dies. That is going to be another kill going over to Owner. This Nefiri.
Then we know Peanut also in the area, but there's no outplaying a point and click. Unfortunately for Zeus, as Peanut should be able to get this. Was a little close, but not actually going to be in any danger. But T1, again, as they should, building a lead.
Oh dear, Smash gonna get bullet time. Does Valkyrie his way out. Carrier taking a lot of damage here, but so is Delight. Now that Aftershock is away, the flash forward, and Viper just silences him. Smash able to offer a fair bit back, had some cooldowns, and Owner was making his way in. There's the flash forward, the 2-0 Nefiri avoids the CC and takes down the MF. Delight will survive, and now Peanut here on the bottom side, looking to try and dish back some punishment of his own. They do manage to take down the Rumble. Peanut will survive, and they'll get more plates.
Owner got Delight as well!
Wait, yeah, when did that? What the?
Steady Atlas.
Yep, basically dead even. Still T1 extending it a little bit, but HLE getting themselves a dragon is likely to even that out. As Owner moving down towards his bottom side, Zeus and Delight down here. 2v3 at the moment. And T1 thinking about this dive. Carrier starting it off as Delight able to tank up decently well. Looks for the crash down onto the Nefiri. And now Viper makes his way over. T1 take that as a sign to disengage, and I think it's understandably so, as Peanut once again getting bothered by Doran a little bit.
Well, if you can maintain vision control, right, you have incredible burst, great resets, good backline access. But if we get to the 5v5 and the state of the game is as it is right now, you might be in trouble.
Immediate interruption. There's the Magnet Storm as well onto Carrier. Viper in a bit of trouble though, as T1 and HLE just trading a bunch of spells on the bottom side. Peanut looks for Doran though once again, and with Zeus here, it is more punishment for the Rumble, and this time Owner unable to find anything on the other side of the map.
That is now Peanut desperately trying to keep up and succeeding with the map impact. Owner this time doesn't actually... This Drake is a really big deal. I think T1 need to heavily prioritize getting this, because if they don't, it might create a situation where they're going to be forced to take fights that they really don't want to, as in they go.
Oh dear. Carrier does put up the shield, but I don't know about it. Does taxi his way over to Delight, but Viper is going to close the distance, and that is Peanut locking down the kill. That should spell the second dragon of the game for HLE, and that is only going to continue this snowball rolling. And despite the fact that there's a 4-0 Nefiri, just doesn't feel like Owner's able to do enough. And even if they kill Zeus, is this even good enough to try and even things out? As Equalizer comes down as well, Zeus seeing what he can get done here, actually boops Owner away and then uses him to taxi to the turret. That was gorgeous.
Very nice. It doesn't even flash. And now the Drake gets taken. The crux of it is this. If T1 is the one engaging, this comp looks amazing. I love it. It's like, I can take that. I can take that hit. Doesn't matter. I am starting to believe, Atlas, that Hanwha Life might take this series a little bit more serious than they...
Zeus has a habit of doing that, doesn't he? We really cannot cannot get caught by that.
Which T1 also aware of. And I do want to highlight T1. Oh...
Well, they're going to look for Zeus once again. He knocks Doran away, does use the flash this time, as Carrier should have a stun back up. He tries to go for it, but Smash turns up. That's going to be a dead Jace once again.
And I wanted to highlight this. Is important to know picks and their ability to snowball off of a single pick very quickly is still going to be huge. There's also the patented T1 Baron, maybe augmented by a T1 Otacon.
Yeah.
To try and make sure that Hanwha Life don't get to just continue scaling into this game.
And Peanut as well, you just saw there still, he's a 4-0 Neferi, and Peanut seems to not care at all. He's now walking up towards Smash here at the same time, who does have Cleanse, but he can't cleanse twice. So Permafrost comes in, Glacial Prison as well, and that is a dead Corki, but now the rest of the cavalry have arrived, and Bristle and Sedge are going to get removed. One for one as in goes Ona. Delight trying to survive, and he will do so for now as Zeka unbinds the soul, looks to find an angle, and there's a gorgeous ulti. Doran's gonna lie down as well, and Delight is still alive. Finally he falls, but it has to be in trade for Carrier's life, and now Zeus, he's teleported back in. They want to get this shut down as the Doggos block the shock blast, but I just don't think it's enough. There it is, and the shutdown goes to the Jace.
Layers upon layers! Unfortunately, gets hit by the Permafrost, which he cleanses, gets immediately hit by the point blank ultimate. And then this is the point where you go, wait, hold up. Might be an angle to actually make a play here. The only issue there that ends up being the big difference maker.
Yeah, this guy, we know he's pretty good at the Yone, but he's demonstrating exactly why he's so incredibly feared. And this looked like it was getting dicey, and then it was this ulti in the other direction. It was just so gorgeously done. Let's have a look at it in real time as Peanut's just going to miss an ult. Understandably so, and of course, Faker is pretty slippery on this Ahri.
Does get the flash though. Zeka also investing his. Still,
drops his own dash by utilizing the wall. Very, very cute. And now the first Cloud Dragon is going to be attempted. Rift Herald already thrown down here at the same time. HLE just trying to cause some distractions as Carrier dives into the backline. An immediate cleanse from Viper though, and Carrier is in so much trouble, but there's a huge fight elsewhere. Zeus is getting cooked as Doran doing so much work. The rest of HLE are now stuck in the Thunderdome as Zeka trying to take matters into his own hands. Somehow Smash gets the dragon. What the hell was that? But Zeka is a monster on the bottom side of the fight and then snaps back to destroy the rest of them. Viper grabbing so many kills. And with two of these carries left alive, Faker able to teleport his way out. But
no one really likes doing that on T1, and I think they're making the right call.
Yeah.
Otacon. Oh, they're going to go for the late contest. The objective is gone, but looking for the fight here. Faker on the flank.
Yeah, in goes Carrier. We'll see whether they can get some of these petals, but it looks like the answer is absolutely not. And Zeka finds a gorgeous ulti. The layering of the bullet time there as well is just like poetry from HLE. And Ona is now running for the hills. Only him and Faker left alive, and Faker has his own problems here towards the top side. Delight gonna get engaged on, gets himself the shield from the crash down. And yes, Ona may be able to go untargetable, but that is only for a minuscule amount of time. Viper deals with the exit plan and then takes down the doggo. Zeka underneath this turret as well is a little bit worrisome, and Zeus wanting to take it down as there's the flash forward from Faker, looks for the angle and takes down Zeus. Consolation.
Yeah, that was completely unnecessary from Zeus.
Yeah.
Did not have to do that whatsoever. Nice little consolation prize, but it's just that.
It's looking a little bit doomed. It is only a 5,000 gold lead at 26 minutes. That is not end of the world, but HLE with full control of the map. I mean, the world is close to the end, but it's not fully doomed, you know? As Delight looking for an angle here as the Glacial Prison somehow misses Doran. He flashes away. That is still flash now down. Faker able to get some money on the top side by taking out that outer turret I was talking about before. As HLE just looking to get their lanes in order.
I really do believe that at this point in the game, just from base armor, you're going to get more value out of LDR as well.
Yeah, Zeus might be in trouble, but he flashes absolutely everything. And Ona, he's gone untargetable, seeing whether he can survive. He's burning, but it's not going to quite be enough. But now, oh, never mind. Somehow, it is the MF that picks up the kill, and there goes Faker at the same time. A double now for Viper, as Doran, can he actually be a hero here? I just don't really think there is much of an angle. He's looking to cook. Zeus does have the equalizer, but it doesn't really land on anyone. Zeka has found Smash as well, as the Valkyrie actually doing a fair bit, but just not enough to keep him alive, as Carrier is under the wrong turret. And so therefore, he is very, very dead. He's going to see whether he can kill some minions and stuff like that. Gets a ward down. But HLE, they're already on the Baron, and this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of knocking on the door, they're going to be able to look towards bottom side of the map. Peanut is going to turn an engage from T1 into an engage of his own as Carrier dives in, but immediately goes to half health. There's the Magnus Storm from Delight as well. And the MF a little bit late on the bullet time there because the target was already destroyed. Now Viper over the wall, waits for the minion wave. They will be able to break the base here as Doran and Smash, yeah, they've got a bit of damage, but there is just no way to stop HLE as they march towards the Nexus turrets now. Equalizer goes down, largely in defense though, as Doran now having to deal with Zeus, and he's not able to do so even a little bit. Ona dives in because he may as well. And there's the flash forward from Zeka, gets the knock up onto Smash. Permafrost not in range, and it doesn't even need to be, because Zeka's there with enough damage. That's a clean ace. That's going to be a clean kill on a couple of these Nexus turrets. And HLE, welcome to the LCK. It's good to see you still in phenomenal form after first stand.
As the Nexus falls, Delight, as he always does,